When your cat locks eyes with you from across the room, what do they actually see staring back? You probably assume they see their caretaker, their loyal human companion. But the reality is far more surprising. Your cat has never, for a single moment, perceived you as a human being. What they do perceive instead reshapes the entire foundation of your relationship. And most owners walk through life completely unaware of this, which means they're constantly misreading the subtle signals their cat sends them every single day. Let's unpack what's really going on in your cat's mind when they look your way. 1. They believe you're simply a larger, less graceful cat. Have you ever noticed how your cat interacts with you so differently than a dog does with its owner? No frantic tail wags at the door, no desperate urge to seek your approval. And far from being a sign of indifference, this is actually their ultimate form of respect. According to renowned animal behaviorist John Bradshaw, who dedicated years to decoding the feline-human dynamic, cats never evolved a distinct set of social behaviors for interacting with people. Dogs did. Cats simply didn't need to. When your cat sidles up to you, brushes against your leg, or gives your hand a gentle lick, they're using the exact same gestures they'd use with a fellow cat. In their worldview, you aren't an owner. You aren't a master. You're simply a very large, somewhat clumsy cat who somehow found their way into their colony. And that is perhaps the highest compliment they could ever bestow upon you, because it means they view you as one of their own, not above them, not below them, an equal. And here's the part that most people completely miss. This belief that you are a member of their inner circle influences something far more profound than just how they greet you. We'll circle back later to what scientists have uncovered about how this bond fundamentally rewires a cat's ability to cope with fear and anxiety. When you hear it, your entire perspective on your feline friend will be transformed forever. 2. When they deliver a gift of a dead creature, they're trying to teach you a vital skill. Why does your cat leave a dead mouse at your feet and look up with an expression that seems to say, "You're welcome"? Most people dismiss it with a laugh, others with a shudder. But what if that moment is actually one of the most generous, selfless acts your cat will ever perform for you? Let's break down the real story. In the wild, mother cats bring back their kills for their kittens. It's about education. They're teaching their young how to survive. When your cat performs this exact ritual with you, they're tapping into that same primal instinct. Only this time, you're the one they feel they need to raise. They observe you, day after day. You never stalk anything. You never pounce. Your method for obtaining food involves opening a large, noisy metal box and pulling out a prepackaged meal. From their point of view, you're utterly helpless. So, instead of abandoning you to your fate, they take matters into their own paws. Some cats start by delivering prey that's already dead. Others bring it partially alive, as if to give you a chance to practice the hunting sequence. If your cat has ever dropped a small toy at your feet and meowed expectantly, that's often the indoor, gentler version of the same lesson. Now, to be fair, not everything your cat deposits at your feet is a life lesson in hunting. Sometimes, it's simply an invitation to engage in play. My own cat, for example, brings me the plastic cap from a water jug like it's a miniature frisbee. He drops it, waits for me to toss it, and then rockets across the room to retrieve it as if his survival depends on it. If this is already shifting how you see your cat, hit that like button. 3. To your cat, your face is essentially a blur. Have you ever brought your face close to your cat's, only to feel like they're staring right through you? That's because, from a few inches away, your features are literally out of focus for them. Anything closer than about 10 inches is an indistinct, fuzzy shape. So, every time you lean in for an intimate moment, your face is nothing but a soft, abstract form in their vision. And even at a distance, the world is a permanent soft focus for them. Where we see sharp lines and intricate details, cats perceive broader shapes and movement patterns. So, if you've ever wondered whether your cat recognizes your face the same way you recognize theirs, the answer is probably no. Your cat doesn't see you with their eyes, they feel you with their soul. What cats lack in fine detail, they more than compensate for in motion detection. Their visual system is engineered to pick up the tiniest, fastest movements with laser-like precision. A twitch of your finger, a moth crawling on the wall, the subtle shift in your posture, they catch it all. This is why your cat sometimes seems unable to locate a treat you're holding inches from their nose. You're practically waving it in front of them, and they're sniffing the air, baffled. It's not stubbornness. They genuinely can't see it. So, they rely on scent to find what their eyes cannot. And this is how they truly recognize you. Not by memorizing your face, but by memorizing your scent, your gait, the cadence of your voice. You are not a face to your cat. You are a feeling. 4. The meow was invented exclusively for you. Have you ever paused to consider why your cat vocalizes at you so frequently? Here's a revelation. Adult cats almost never meow at each other. It's simply not part of their adult communication toolkit. They rely on body language, scent markings, hisses, and growls. Meowing is a behavior reserved for a single audience, you. Kittens meow to get their mother's attention. It's a survival cry. It signals, I'm hungry, I'm scared, I need you. And as they mature and leave their mother, most cats stop meowing entirely, except for one context, when they live with humans. Your cat quickly figured out that you don't interpret their body language like another cat would. You miss the slow blinks of affection. You overlook the nuances of tail positions. To you, their sophisticated, non-verbal cues are essentially invisible. So, they adapted. They resurrected the one sound from their infancy that worked and tailored it specifically for you. And here's the beautiful detail most people never realize. Your cat's meows aren't generic. The meow for feed me is distinct from the meow for pay attention to me. The sound they make at the door is different from the sound they make at 3 a.m., when their agenda is simply to see you stir. They've constructed an entire personalized language that functions only between the two of you. So, when your cat meows, don't dismiss it as random noise. That sound exists nowhere in the wild. It was invented because your cat decided you were worth the extraordinary effort. That's not just communication. That's evolution, subtly bending to meet you halfway. 5. Your presence is the anchor that allows them to truly relax. Have you ever walked into a room and watched your cat's entire demeanor shift from alert and watchful to completely melted? In seconds, their ears soften. Their eyes become sleepy slits. They roll onto their side and simply let go. You probably assumed they were just winding down. But what if your mere presence is the trigger for that deep systemic release? In 2019, researchers at Oregon State University conducted a groundbreaking attachment study with cats that overturned long-held assumptions. They placed cats in an unfamiliar environment with their owner, then removed the owner for just 2 minutes before bringing them back. The results surprised the scientific community. Over 60% of the cats displayed what psychologists call a secure attachment style. When their owner returned, the cat relaxed, began exploring the new space, and settled back into a state of calm. Without their owner, they exhibited signs of stress, became vocal, and withdrew. Sound familiar? This is the same attachment response seen in human infants with their caregivers. The same bond, the same underlying emotional wiring. And here's the profound connection to what we discussed at the beginning. This is the outcome of your cat's belief that you are part of their colony. They don't just see you as an equal. They see you as their sanctuary, the singular presence that signals to their entire nervous system that all is well. Your cat doesn't demand perfection. They don't need you to decode every subtle signal. They just need you to be present. Because to your cat, you are not a human. You are not a provider. You are home.